Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Itunu, and if you're returning, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be talking to you guys about how I have grown my hair this long in about 1 year and 5 months. Disclaimer, this video is not for all natural hair. This is specifically for type 4 hair and more specifically for type 4C hair. So I have 8 points that I have compiled and I'll be talking to you guys about. And the first one is don't overwash your hair. I don't know, some people feel like washing your hair is actually what makes it grow. And I just find that very confusing because washing your hair actually like strips it of moisture and you need moisture to retain length. Dry hair breaks off and we don't want that. So I would recommend, as I follow, washing your hair every 2 weeks. I wash my hair every 2 weeks because that's what I can deal with. At other times, I was washing my hair every 4 weeks. That's every month. But that was pushing it because now I'm back in Nigeria and it's hot, it's humid. Every day you're sweating, and I can't just imagine going through my day with sweats in my hair like all the time. So that's why I now wash my hair 2 times a month. And also you need your natural sebum. Sebum helps to increase the elasticity and it helps also to moisturize your hair. So when you wash your hair, you actually wash that off. Point number 2 is keep it simple. Apart from your regular shampoo and conditioner, to be honest, the only things you absolutely need are a leave-in conditioner, a sealant or a cream, which is like oil-based, and you need an oil for your scalp. That is basically all that you need, honestly. For my scalp oil, I specifically use the Pep Hair growth oil. If you guys are interested in making the purchase, I'll leave a link right down in the description bar below. And you can follow on Instagram and place an order, especially for those in Nigeria. Yeah, I feel like the more you do to your hair, the more you manipulate it, the more prone your hair is to breakage, because at every point where you style your hair, some hair falls off. So the less you style your hair, the less breakage you're prone to experience. Point number 3 is to make sure that you deep condition with heat every time you wash. Washing your hair just strips your hair of moisture, strips it of oil, and dry hair breaks. So what you want to do after washing is put the moisture right back in by deep conditioning. For deep conditioner, you can pretty much use any deep conditioner you like, or you can use your actual regular conditioner, but leave it in your hair and cover with a plastic cap and apply heat. So I usually do this for 15 to 30 minutes, depending, but I figured that for my 4C low porosity hair, if I don't use heat, it's just basically a waste of product. My hair doesn't feel much different to when I don't deep condition. So if you have type 4C hair, especially low porosity hair, be sure to deep condition with heat every single time you wash. Tip number 4 is to pay specific attention to your ends. The ends are the driest part of your hair, so they are more prone to breakage. So you want to make sure that every time you're moisturizing your hair, you make sure to actually moisturize all the way down and seal. If you guys watch my previous videos when I'm working on my hair, you will notice that I always pay extra attention to my ends with my leave-in conditioner and with my sealant, which is shea butter. Tip number 5, which is kind of related to 2 points ago, is to oil your scalp. When you take a shower, normal people moisturize and rub cream, right? So when you wash your hair, you need to put moisture back in and that oil back in. And so you want to make sure that you oil your scalp after you wash. And I, once again, use the Pep Hair growth oil. Information will be in the description bar below. Tip number 6 is to avoid excessive heat. Heat dries out your hair. If you guys are noticing the trend, why hair cannot retain length is when it is dry. Dry hair breaks off. So anything that would make your hair dry out, like heat, evaporating the water, not putting in moisturizer or deep conditioning after you've washed your hair, things like that. And so those are basically the kind of things that prevent your hair from growing long. So avoid excessive blow dryers, flat irons, and curling ones, and all of that stuff. There are lots and lots of styles that you can achieve without heat. I personally use heat, but I am very careful to 1, use a heat protectant, and 2, use low heat, except when I'm deep conditioning. So yeah. Tip number 7 is to make sure that your protective styles are actually protective. I've heard some people say, oh, I'm trying to grow out my hair, so I've gone and gotten long box braids. Braids could be protective, but especially when they're kept in for so long, they become very damaging, especially to your edges, because they're quite heavy and they pull on your hair and pretty much uproot it. And then you take your braids up and you have so much shed hair. You're like, what the heck? Like, how did this happen? So I would recommend that if you're going to do a protective style, you leave it in for a maximum of 1 month, after which you should take it out and wash your hair. For my last tip, which is tip number 8, when going to bed, please use a silk or satin pillowcase or a silk or satin headscarf. To be honest, if I had to choose between the two, I would choose a silk or satin pillowcase, because sometimes having something tied around your head for the entire night could be a bother, and most times I do wake up with a headache. So I would recommend using a silk or satin pillowcase so that the friction between your head, your hair, and the pillowcase doesn't cause breakage to your hair. So you want to prevent breakage. Preventing breakage gives you longer hair. So that has pretty much been my tips on how to grow long, natural 4C hair. So just to go over the points once again, the first one is do not overwash your hair. 2, keep it simple. 3, always deep condition after washing. 4, pay special attention to your ends. 5, oil your scalp after washing. 6, avoid excessive heat. 7, make sure your hair is in a protective style that is actually protective. And 8, be sure to sleep on a silk pillowcase or a satin pillowcase. I hope this was helpful to you guys. If you got any questions, please leave them right down below in the comment section. If you're new here, subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, share it to your friends and family, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Liquid mix.